Hi, I'm Lauren. Welcome to my channel, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about why Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is authentic. Also, remember, while you're here, to be sure and like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell icon, and as well, be sure to support our Patreon. Thank you to those of you who've already supported. It goes a long way to helping the channel. It helps us with things like paying for photo editing and video editing software. So all of this is to help the channel and help it grow. Alright, so let's talk about why Meghan is authentic. First things first, what makes someone authentic? An authentic person is someone whose actions and words align, meaning if they're happy, their actions show happiness. If they are upset, their actions show that they are upset. They do not often engage in passive aggression. Instead, they communicate clearly. They're typically seen, or there's a connotation or association with authentic people as being friendly and nice, although that's not always the case. But in Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex's case, that is actually true. She comes across quite nicely. Of course, I say this not knowing her, but I think there is years of proof to show that this inference is not unfounded. All right, so let's start from the beginning. When she was 11, Meghan saw a sexist commercial, or a commercial she found sexist, from Procter & Gamble, and instead of just being upset about it and keeping it to herself, she chose to actually do something to change what she saw as an injustice. She backed up her beliefs with action. So, what did Meghan do? She wrote this letter to Procter & Gamble, to Linda Ellerbee with Nickelodeon News, and to then First Lady Hillary Clinton. Meghan made sure that she stayed on top of it until she saw that commercial changed from women all over the world are cleaning pots and pans to people all over the world are cleaning pots and pans. Of course, I might have the quote a little bit off, but more or less that is true. So we see someone who, from a very early age, aligns her actions with her desires. Another example of this is when Meghan went to university. Now, she's someone who saw herself as being quite both sides of the brain, so equally as creative as she is, say, analytical. She wanted to show her intelligence. So she didn't just have that as an internal desire, she externalized that. She aligned her actions again with her own motivations and chose to, when she went to Northwestern, get a degree not just in theater, but also in political science. So again, she was showing that she has political acumen, science acumen, and is able to think through and address current situations. Additionally, we see her furthering that alignment with her character, her beliefs, and her actions in the fact that when she was studying abroad, she also interned at the Argentinian embassy in Buenos Aires. So it really, again, is an example of Meghan doing things to make clear what her passions are, what her perspective is. She doesn't just want and think and desire and hope and complain to people around. She actually takes action. We see that again later on in her decision to fulfill her acting dreams. She is someone who went and was doing audition after audition, facing rejection after rejection. You know, she experienced failed pilots, but in the process, while she's driving with, as she said on Ellen, a car that didn't quite have doors that worked, she kept going until she found the show Suits. And on that show, she was able to become the absolute success story that she is today. You know, or at least the beginnings of that success story that she is today. And so what does that show us again in her authenticity? She is someone who wants something and goes after it. But it's more than Meghan's drive that shows her authenticity. It's also her kindness. It's in the way that she thinks about the people she is helping. She doesn't just say, I'm going to show up and take a photo at a charity event. She actually looks and says, how can I make a difference in these people's lives so that when I leave them, they're better off than I got them, than I met them. And in that way, she had, of course, the SmartWorks charity. She also had her work with her work with the Hub Community Kitchen, but she was doing that well before she had fame and well before anyone noticed it. In fact, we know this because charities she worked with while on the set of Suits, while working on Suits, spoke up on her behalf when they saw the onslaught of unfair news coverage that that shone her in a negative light. They, in fact, said, hey, she's been volunteering and helping us for years. She donated turkeys from the set. She's done a lot to help us. And these are charities that were in Toronto, Canada. So there is a really big example of her philanthropy. And excuse any background noise if you do hear it. There's quite a bit of noise today. But yeah, so there is, again, an alignment between her values, giving back, and the choices she's making. Additionally, we see that authenticity in her kindness. When Meghan likes something, whether it be a product or an interaction with someone, it is known that she will write a handwritten thank you note in her, well-skilled penmanship, and as a result, she is creating an experience for people, a positive memento. It is showing that she cares about not just that she enjoys things and likes things, but that you know that she's happy. She wants to share. Again, this is all conjecture. I have not met her, but these are the actions of someone who doesn't keep it to themselves when they are happy about something. And in doing that, as most creators know, getting positive feedback really feeds the soul and further encourages the creative energy. So Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is doing all of this, and it's really allowing the people around her to thrive, to see the best in themselves, to be excited about, what it is they bring to the world. She doesn't let you go unnoticed if you are in her circle, again, from what I've seen. So all of these things point to a human being whose whole ethic and purpose is in alignment with their actions and decision making. And for this reason, I say Meghan is an authentic person. Now, having said that, I will close it here, and I will also just say, please do remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon. And again, thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. You're such a help. All right, so this is Lauren from me to all of you. I'm saying I will see you in the next one.